Hey everyone, welcome back to Freedom Malts. Germ here. I feel like I haven't had any American single malt for a long time. Took the month of March off to do some Irish whiskey, but I'm ready to get back into American single malt. And what a better way to do that than a 5-minute first impression. So today we're going to look at Lost Lanterns Spring Collection, Westland Distillery, 7 years old. This is Lost Lantern's first Westland that they've bottled. This Westland is, like I said, 7 years old. Spent that 7 years in a 200-liter light toast, heavy char, new oak barrel. We're bottled at 52.8%. That is non-chill filtered. It is natural color, and there is no finishing here at all. Okay, so let's get into this, huh? Hey, still works. All right, so what do we got here? We got Westland's Signature 5 malt blend. We have 70% Great Western Pale Malt. We have 13% Extra Special Malt. We have 9% Great Western Munich Malt, 4% Brown Malt, and 4% Pale Chocolate Malt. And again, 7 years in a new charred oak container, 200 liters. It is light toasted and heavy charred. So we have some expectations right off the bat. We are going to expect some heavy barrel influence here. But color-wise, I would expect this to be quite a bit darker at 7 years in a new barrel. But I'm digging the color. I did say it was non-chill filtered and natural color. Just the way they ought to be. So, what do you say? Let's get into it, huh? Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of fruit right off the bat. The barley is not as present on the nose. It's going to be quite a bit different than any other Westland I've had. The fruit is strong though. Appley, peary kind of fruit, orchard fruit type note. It has definitely got a sharpness though. It's bourbon-esque. It's not, I'm not going to say that it's like bourbon, because it's not like a bourbon at all, but it has some similarities there. Bourbons, a lot of times for me, have a sharp nose. They're just very sharp. And this is creeping up on that. Not pulling anything else different out here. Just, I'm getting that basic fruit note, that sharpness. Well, let's go in for a taste and see what happens after that. Well, okay. The barrel is strong on this one. The finish is barrel. Lots of barrel impact. Makes you know you are drinking a whiskey. There's no doubt about it. But before that, the introduction to the palate. It's warm and inviting. There's a little bit of stewed fruit. There's some honey. I'm also not picking up a lot of that malt forward taste either. So it's not on the nose, and I'm not picking it up on the taste as of right now. Okay. That one I did pick up a little bit of the malt. Actually, I'm picking up some of that chocolate malt. Okay, so a little drop of water on here. Let's see what happens. Water didn't change the nose a lot. If anything, it brought out a little bit more of that barrel, and actually a little bit more of that barrel char. It's like charred wood that's been sitting for a while. Water did help on the palate. Much more fruit, a lot of honey now. It actually even softened up the palate a little bit. Made it feel a little bit more round. Flavors are a little bit more melded together. That honey is a good standout. The fruit is now a good standout, and it's not stewed fruit anymore. It's now it's ripe fruit, yes. Ripe orchard fruits, apples and pears and that sort of thing. Okay. So, first impression on this one. This is going to be harder for me to say because I am a huge Westland fan and I'm also a huge Lost Lantern fan. It's a good whiskey. It's got some serious potential. I'm going to have to revisit this one for sure. Now, always as a disclaimer, it is a fresh crack. The first pour out of a bottle a lot of times is not indicative of what the rest of the bottle is going to be like. So I definitely can't give it any negative shots here, but it's not hitting the high notes as I was hoping it would right away. Am I regretful that I purchased it? No, absolutely not. There is no remorse at all, no buyer's remorse at all on this bottle. There is still some available on their website. They come in a Westland bundle where you can buy, which will be coming up next week, the 8-year version of this that was finished. There is the spring 3-pack, which is the 2 Westlands and a Corbin Cash Rye, which I can't do a first impression because I opened that one right away. I was pretty excited for that. But they definitely are still available. Check them out, lostlantern.com. See if they ship to you. And as far as this one goes, first impression on it, I don't want to say I'm disappointed, maybe slightly let down, but I think with a little bit of time and a little bit of time being open in the bottle, everything is going to improve greatly. It has the building blocks of something fantastic in the first sip, or the first few sips here, and I think it's going to go only upwards from there. So, all right. Cheers to this American spirit, everybody.